almost screwed up that time. Well, hey, this is Dean. Another edition of Modern Day Thrive. And, of course, all my graphic overlays are not up, so didn't quite stick the landing here. Damn it, every time I'm trying to find them. There it is. Boom. There we go. Okay, so, as always, George.
Yes.
Nice to see you.
Same to you.
How's your week been?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
It's been pretty crazy, but pretty good.
Pretty crazy, pretty good.
All good stuff. Except I had to work in the middle.
Yeah, well, you're working on not having to work anymore, right?
That is absolutely my goal.
Yeah.
And, every time I find something new, it kind of decreases that time frame.
Right. Okay.
Still shooting for 55 to retire, though.
Yeah. Well, 55. I'm a year late now. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to Modern Day Thrive, the show where it pays to watch.
It does.
Oh, that's a good tagline. It pays to watch. That's good. Write that down. It pays to watch. Anyways, like, follow, and share. Pays to watch. What do I mean by pays to watch? I mean, what we do here is for the last 70 plus episodes, George and I have been trying to find you ways to save money, stop the bleeding. And I don't mean physical body bleeding. I mean
it's the worst kind of
your
bleeding.
wallet bleeding, your bank accounts bleeding. Stop the bleeding, and then figure out ways to make that wallet a little fatter. How we can add some multiple streams of income, side hustle, small business. There's no such thing as just being employed these days.
No.
You can't. You cannot be just employed. You have to be in business. And there's a reason. I'm gonna say this every week. So if you've heard this before, I apologize. Those who know me know I like to repeat myself, mostly because I guess I like to hear my own voice. I can't believe you'd believe me for saying that, but it begs repeating. You are in business. If you just have a job, I clock in, I clock out, work my 9 to 5, and I go home, you're going to be poor. You're going to be in debt. You're going to be, if that's all you're going to do.
You're going to be in the highest tax bracket, too.
Yes, you're in the highest tax bracket. You're paying all that money you're making. You're paying what, 30% of that back to the government.
Oh, if you're lucky, it's probably more than that.
30, 40%.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a high number.
Okay, so starting a small business, will let you take tax advantages, even if your business makes nothing, produces nothing. You attempt something and you take a loss.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you can chew into that 30, 40% that you're paying the government and take the loss. And, hey, I'm not doing anything that Trump and Musk and all the other,
Smart businessmen are doing.
Businessmen are doing.
Following the rules.
Smart.
They're following the rules. Let's say it. They're following the rules most of the time.
Is it smart to spend $4 billion on Twitter?
I don't know.
I
think they were the only one that was up today.
Were they up?
I think
was
so.
Twitter up?
I think so. Yeah, everyone else was down in the tubes.
Yeah, but that's maybe that's been the gimmick because he's had a couple of weeks to buy Twitter. Maybe that's the gimmick. Okay, so he's been pushing it up, but eventually, it's like, well, it's the same product. It's the same product. It's not sexy anymore.
Yeah.
Whether he bought it or didn't buy it.
Yeah.
Is something, did I see something different? I don't get on Twitter all that much. So
I get more nudes in Twitter now than
nudes?
I get. Oh, yeah. I get
naked people, huh?
Yeah, I get. I don't.
I never sent you a nude tweet.
No, well, I would have known. I would have told you about it. but
don't.
Share.
Yeah, right.
No, I've been getting a lot of those lately, and it's not someone I intentionally followed, but because of the way the system follows people.
Nude tweets, huh?
Yeah, it's like, That's all I've been getting
I
lately.
didn't think that was out there, like new Facebook posts. I didn't think any of that was out there, but okay.
It is.
So let's take off the little.
And I didn't intentionally sign up for them either.
Yeah. I'm just not we're not gonna expand on that little topic. New tweets. Okay, sure.
I'm just saying. Just being honest and transparent on that one.
Not too transparent. But I lost my train of thought. So
sorry.
No, it's fine. You should be in business. I
agree.
Take benefit the write-offs. Benefit the write-offs. If you legally can write off an expense to lower your tax debt at the end of the year,
yep.
Why the hell don't you?
Well, because what the business gives you that a standard does not is come December 25th, everyone goes, we got like 10 grand to bank. You know what? Go buy that.
And that's what people do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get paid as a company, my company. You wouldn't believe how much I get paid. I've had people pay me for jobs that I won't do in December. I won't do for 3 to 6 months later.
Yeah.
And I'm going, wait a minute, why are you? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Using your noodle, you're hiring me for a job that, I've even been prepaid for jobs that never even happened.
Oh, that's funny. So
I've been paid.
Get it off their books.
Let me just say, anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 I've been paid. Now we're talking over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I've been paid, and when I think about it, it's been right around the end of the year. And they go, let's do this. Let's spend some money to get the write-off, to get the expenditure for the end of the year before we close the books, and we have to cut the IRS a check. Not saying that we shouldn't be doing it. We absolutely should be taking advantage of every legal way to save money, right?
Absolutely.
There's enough people doing illegal stuff, and we'll talk about we'll talk about that a little later. There's enough people doing illegal stuff or, questionable
stuff.
Business. Okay. But I don't know. I'm just, you've been telling me about some stuff over the last few days about some things, and I have to call it, and I have to go, wait a minute, flag on the field. Something's weird about this.
Yeah.
Let's, but before we even get into that, what I'm thinking is that if we start changing our mindset, if I was doing this now, I've been doing this for a long time. So I didn't even realize why and what I was doing. I just kind of adapted and learned, and I go, okay, well, my income isn't sparkling, but my tax debt every year is not
crazy
either.
Yeah, sure.
So
it's a good plus to have.
So why wouldn't you? And if it just means go start that small side hustle business, that lawn mowing job, why not?
Sure.
Right
off mileage,
even if you're horrible at doing it, take the loss. There are companies that's all they do. They run a company to take the loss.
Well, the first couple of years, almost all companies do, don't they?
Yeah, but I think years and years. I think if somebody owns 2, 3, 4 companies, he'll run one in a loss.
Oh, wait a minute. Doesn't Amazon always say it runs at a loss? Even though they make
I can't imagine how Amazon makes money.
Yeah.
With all the Prime, between Prime, because what do you spend? $100 a year to get Prime, which means you don't pay for shipping if you buy Prime products.
And they get it to you really quick.
And they get it to you within a couple of days. So there's it reminded me of Netflix 10 years ago before they became streaming. They were delivering DVDs to your mailbox.
Yeah.
And I was paying $6 a month for Netflix, and I can order as many DVDs, but I can only have in my possession like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Return one,
so they're sending me 2 or 3 DVDs. I'd hold on to them and watch them.
And wasn't there free shipping?
free shipping both ways.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you do that?
I,
Obviously, there was a distribution facility in Orlando
yeah.
that was moving them back and forth. But even still, that's a business I've been in. I know how much it costs to ship. If I go to the post office and ship a DVD,
Yeah.
whether it's across town or to Alaska,
Yeah.
it's going to cost. It would have cost me anywhere from $1 to $3.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, a company as big as that, they get a whole different shipping rate.
They get a whole different shipping rate, but still, it's
Tremendous difference.
I could order 10 DVDs a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Within the same month that I paid $6
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
How is that possible? How can they're getting what? They're shipping for pennies?
Probably.
You
when,
know.
when I ship stuff at my work before the discount applies. So let's say I ship something to California, it'll say $93. It'll take it down to $13. So the outside rate is super
Right.
expanded comparative to
And
what
that's
a business does.
and that's the US Post Office.
And we're not even the biggest business.
Well,
Those
tell
two
me
people-
how the US Post Office is doing these days.
I don't
you
know. That's a
know,
good
with,
question.
with you know, I mean, they've been bleeding since email.
Yeah.
You know, for over 25 years, they started their bleeding out process.
Yeah.
And now post offices, you go in and they're not so postal anymore because they've only got 2% of the population left that's actually getting in line. Buying stamps. The little old biddy coming up. I'm gonna buy me some stamps. And
I
I'm
can't
gonna
remember the
send my
last time I've
grandson.
sent something
I'm
through
going to
there.
send my grandson $20. In the mail. But I might have stamps, and I bought them probably 5 years ago, and I still have them.
Probably not the right ones.
Who usually,
You need to go get the 2-cent stamp to add
right
to it.
to add to that. No, they won't put numbers on stamps anymore.
Oh, they don't?
That's what how they
They get
able
around
to
it.
do it. So you bought a stamp, and
long as
hey,
it-
if you bought it for
long as it
20
sticks.
cents and now it's 50 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just got a flag on it or something, and go ahead and use the stamp. So they took a bath on,
Gotcha.
talk about their version of crypto stamps. But I'm just thinking that a company like Netflix, I don't know how they possibly, and of course they modified to streaming, and now it's one to many as opposed to
Is it advertising?
warehouse.
Is that where they're getting their money from then? They got to be making
Netflix
money.
doesn't advertise. There's no advertising on
Really?
Netflix. No, Hulu advertises.
I thought there's not advertising in the store, but there's advertising on the page to get to certain stuff.
No, there's
Really? Or is
nothing.
it all-
No
it's all theirs?
advertising. You pay, you get. Like HBO, there's no advertising other than maybe HBO previews
Yeah.
to we got to keep you on the
Keep you on the hook.
Keep you on the hook.
Here's what's coming down the line.
No, Netflix doesn't charge for advertising.
Huh.
Much like, you pay on Amazon for advertising most times.
Yeah.
You pay on a lot of the freebie pages, especially like Pluto TV.
Yeah.
If you ever get on
Tubi.
Pluto or Tubi,
Yeah.
I mean they blast you with a 2-hour, 30-minute show, and
About 4 ads in
it
it.
takes about an hour.
Yeah.
Because every 3 minutes it seems like they're blasting you with the same 3 commercials
Yeah.
over and over again, and you go, oh God, this is.
I just
You
ignore
gotta
it.
really want to watch Pluto or Tubi, but I do once in a while.
I watch
Most of the
Tubi.
time I
There's a lot
just
of good
turn it
stuff on
on when I'm doing stuff in the house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care whether
want
I
noise.
catch it or don't catch it. I'll put it on something I've seen 100 times and just have noise in the house. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but man, the ads are like, there is no. It's just it's a bot basically, and it's just kind of shooting the same. Once in a while. I'm not sure if it's Hulu. I think Hulu asks you, what kind of ads would you like to watch?
Yeah.
And they give you a choice. And you have to go, am I male or female? Do I want to watch, or do I want to watch laxative commercials? Or do I want to watch, it's just there,
Well, it's not like YouTube. They can hear you think and talk while you're watching stuff. So.
Why did this train of thought go there? It's about, I don't know how we got here. It's kind of like a Pinterest feed.
Yeah.
You never know when you started, but you
It's a
go, where
wormhole.
the hell did we end up?
Yeah.
So I don't know
Who's your
how the
like?
post office stays alive. I don't know how Netflix stayed in business as long as it did.
Yeah.
It gets back to the idea it's a loss. You know,
Yeah.
Amazon, you said Amazon said they operate in a loss. Well, that might not be completely,
Yeah.
they could be operating at a loss, but within that loss, they've paid a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Within
Absolutely.
that loss, all their executives, all their CEOs and COOs and CFOs and
They're all sitting
and
fat.
EOOs and OOOs and all those, they're sitting up there on their mile high in the sky executive suites making
Happy as can be.
godly amounts of money. So if they're taking in a loss, you don't see those guys
Yeah.
going, I can't afford to, I can't afford to take a vacation this year. No, it'll be like, I can't afford that fourth summer house.
Yeah, yeah.
And but they can operate in a loss and still live fat on the
Yeah,
hog.
yeah.
So operating at a loss is just, it's about debt. They don't want to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Trump, everybody. And I don't want to single out him, but any billionaire,
Any
millionaire,
businessman.
Musk, Elon Musk, all those guys, they don't want to pay taxes.
No.
They figured, I'm too rich to pay taxes. I want to keep all that money. So
Well, the
I
tax
would
code is what makes it happen.
rather have a few companies that are taking a loss.
Yeah.
Take one for the team.
Yeah.
So that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're just kind of punching a clock, even if you're working at McDonald's and you're pulling down what 500, 600, 700 a week,
Sure.
maybe,
Let's be. Yeah. Be conservative.
yeah,
Sure.
okay,
Let's go with that.
you're doing that and you're not getting anywhere fast.
No.
Because that's, if your take home is say 500 a week after taxes,
Yeah.
wouldn't you like a little bit of that extra 100, 200 bucks out of that weekly paycheck?
I mean,
to,
you can't even get an apartment for $1,300, $1,400 these days.
yeah. So it means you got to have roommates or you got to have multiple incomes in that particular household.
Which rules out having a house,
Right.
all that stuff. So
Right.
nice
So
cars.
so wouldn't you rather have a little bit more of that money that's going out to taxes in a fatter tax return at the end
Yeah.
of the year?
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why I'm saying this, I don't care. Start a business. This is, it's not hard to do. A lot of times it's just about, you can LLC, start an incorporation. You can start a sole proprietorship. And that's pretty much nothing. You might have to get an occupational license. Not a big deal. It really depends on what you're trying to do.
Yes.
Really depends on what you're trying to do. But I got to tell you, at least in the beginning, you'll likely operate in a loss. And then all that money on your regular job, all that money you're paying in taxes will probably come back to you.
Yeah.
Just because you've split your time now. You work full time and now you've got this other business that's might be operating in a loss. And then if it's operating in a profit, win-win, right?
Correct.
You've sold your time to make some money. And this is kind of where I'm thinking, why isn't everybody doing this? Is it
I'm
just they
guessing
don't
it's
know?
knowledge.
They just don't
Yeah.
know. I didn't really know I was doing it while I was doing it for the last 30 years.
Which is a different
I'm
scenario.
kind of embarrassed, if I go back 25 years and look at my income, I'm kind of embarrassed. But then again, I go, I bought equipment, bought cameras, took the write-off. I bought, and I may be cash poor. I'm,
Sure.
but my
That's a
company.
whole different discussion, but yeah.
That's another thing, But
Working on that.
yeah. So, having a business, that's just part of it. Stop the bleeding, stop frivolous spending, stop shopping on credit cards. All these things are just horrible, horrible things that put you in a situation that's, the water's
Makes you a slave to your money.
getting right up to where you got no, all right, it's past the mouth, so I got to keep my mouth closed. And then it hits the nose, and now you're drowning.
Yeah.
And you're drowning in debt. You're drowning in, your income.
You buy
isn't-
bigger shoes.
And then what do? Let's take a vacation.
Yeah.
Just throw it on the credit card, pay it off later. No, that doesn't
One
happen.
of the worst mistakes in life.
Last couple of episodes, I kind of jumped back into what we're doing with our handbook, with our user's guide to thriving, and it goes through this step by step, or just kind of gives you some ideas and gives you things like starting off with understanding the situation that you're in, and then which is again stopping the bleeding, cutting the cost, cutting the cable, cutting the frivolous spending, the extra
Draining.
movie channel for the month,
Yeah.
just learn to live within your means, and then start figuring out how the means that you're left with can do more for you.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, with all that in mind, you last week I got into Novatech, and of course,
This is gonna be your first
the
week.
payoff
Friday?
is on Fridays, and of course
Yeah.
we do our shows on Thursdays, so I can't talk about what I get from my investment,
It'll
what
be
I'm
a
going to
delayed
get
next
from
week.
that until next week. So I'll have more time to build up the anticipation. So I'm expecting like a $30 return in a week.
Yeah.
In a week for I'll say it. I spent $900. I had to take I had an account on
Cash App.
and I could buy Bitcoin right from that. So I just kind of four or five buttons hit, and boom, I bought Bitcoin. And then I took that Bitcoin and sent it off to Novatech. It took me like 5 minutes to
Yeah, it
fill
didn't
that
take
out.
long.
We did it just before last week's
did.
show. 30 minutes before the show, I said, George, we're going to do this. And
Yeah.
we did it and typed it in.
Took a little bit
and
to apply,
boom.
but yeah.
And boom, just kind of put that in. And then by the end of the show, I was getting emails from Novatech saying, you're in, and
Congratulations.
So, being that you vetted it a little bit.
Sure.
You found that they've got a little bit of track record within a few years,
at least,
I think.
at least 2.5 years.
2.5 years. And their rewards their dividends have been pretty good.
It's around a pretty rock solid 3%, which is not bad
Weekly.
and it compounds 52 times a year.
So that is added up. That's like,
It's a lot.
if you add it up, that's over 150%
Sure.
return on your investment.
I think it's
But
typically around
that's
12
even-
to 15 per month.
But
Yeah.
where you're compounding it,
Yep.
it's the money's going to really start
yeah.
growing.
Yeah.
And if you could, initially I'm thinking, well, who are these guys?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are they doing?
Yeah.
Is there a name behind any of this? Is there, look at their site, novatech.com, right? Novatech.com.
It's
Anyway.
NovatechFX.com.
All right. So
I'd have to look up the
we'll have
URLs.
to- we'll
I
have
don't,
to- we'll
I don't
see
have
if
it
we can-
memorized either.
We'll see if we can drop that in. But with Novatech, it was, and I didn't go all in. It wasn't like I emptied out all.
Yeah,
I
sure.
just, I had this money. It was either. what
I've
am I
been building
gonna do
mine
with
over
it?
time. I didn't
Yeah.
throw all mine in. at
So
once.
put it in, and not, I put, 900 in a week ago, and I'm expecting, based on this, close to $30 return. Wow, $30 return
No complaints.
in a week.
Yeah,
That would be
that's tremendous.
that would be based on this, and if I roll that in, it'll grow exponentially.
Yep.
But
And quick.
even if I just kind of keep that $30,
Mm-hmm.
that means I'm going to make roughly around $120 a month.
Yeah,
$100 a month for $900 down.
that's not bad.
That's right off the bat. That's like 10. That's a little higher than 10%. That's like 12%. Great. That means I'm making, so for every 1,000 you're making, $130, $140 a month.
in that range. Yeah, I'm at 5,500, and I'm looking to make between 600 and 700 a month. And I got 164 last week, so
for some people,
that's good.
that could be, if I decide to retire, that would be it right there. That's
Sure.
my retirement.
Sure.
I'd need to live, off of whatever else is earning me income. But if I had my retirement would be put 10 grand into Novatech,
Yeah,
and I'd have what, $1,200 a month,
Something
which
like, yeah.
if even with my mortgage, it's not crazy, but if I had my house paid off and all I had to do was live,
Yeah, sure.
car insurance, cell phone, and you can get
Taxes,
deals on
yeah.
cell phones. You told me you got the granny deal with your cell phone.
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that you could, for 5-10 grand in an account that's still earning,
still growing, yeah.
could actually earn a paycheck.
Yeah.
A paycheck, talk about a retirement plan. That's a hell of a retirement plan, and you can pull out whenever you need.
Correct.
So you get 10 in, and you go, I'm gonna collect, 1,000 a month, and that's being very,
Being generous, sure.
1,000 a month. All right, making 1,000 a month, 250 a week. Okay, if I, it's not everything. I think,
Sure.
I think the average person probably retires on, from government, kind of, what is it? I don't know. I can't even think of it. But
Probably 1,400 maybe.
you probably
I'm
like
guessing.
get somewhere between 15 and 2,000 a month. So you're gonna have to figure out if you worked all your life and you put in, and that's likely what you're gonna get
Yeah, it
out.
was interesting you just
know.
say that, but
If it's there when you're retiring.
yeah, and I did this not too long ago. When you go to the Social Security site,
Social Security, yes.
you can actually log in, and it'll print out a map for you, assuming the details that are there today are the same to the time you retire, and it'll actually tell you how much you'll be getting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It I don't know how accurate it is, but
Right.
it's a guideline.
Right.
Kind of give you an idea.
It's a
to know.
guideline, not
Yeah.
a rule.
Yeah, it's a guideline,
Yeah. So
not something to live by.
So I'm like, well, you factor that in. So okay, all right. If I can somehow get, say Novatech's gonna get in their legs and they're comfortable with those returns, get 10 grand in. That's gonna pay me just conservatively 1,000 a month back.
Sure.
Okay, 1,000 a month. That's halfway through there. Someone's popping in.
What?
Hey, Aisha, let's bring her in. There she is.
We heard a ding. Looks like she's out and about.
Are you out and about?
Yep.
Oh, bad connect. Oh, hold on. You got a real bad connection. Talk to me, girl.
Yeah, you're kind of bouncing in and out there,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Where is she? Oh, she fell out. All right. So, she's back in again. She's going to try. Are you with us? Hello.
I'm right next to a water fountain, so it's kind of hard. You might have a hard time hearing me.
Oh, okay.
No, we heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how you doing, girl? Yeah.
Good.
We're not getting.
Hang on a sec, Donnie. I'll answer your question.
No, I'm gonna give you another try, but once the show starts getting stale, cause you ain't around. Oh, now she's popped out.
So,
or maybe the visual.
Donnie was asking, can you take out the initial deposit? So the way it works with Novatech is there is a 90-day period on your initial deposit. I think if you do it within the first week, which just means you had buyer's remorse and you probably shouldn't have been in it anyway. There is a penalty if you take it out within the first 90 days. Now that's only your deposit and the money that's in your investment account, not your bonus money. So like every week I get a bonus, I decide whether I want to take that out or I want to invest it back in. And so far I've just been investing back in. I'm going to start taking probably the end of this month though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to start.
So basically, I'm my money's tied up for 3 months.
Yeah, about 3 months, which is really not terrible.
But
But it's making good money.
In
so.
3 months, if I'm pulling down $30 a week
Yeah.
for 3 months, 40, 12, 30, that's $500.
Yeah.
Let my money park, and for an initial $900 investment,
Mm-hmm.
getting 500 back
If they
in
hit
3 months.
if they hit 3%, it'll double in 6 months.
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're doing that in 5. Yeah. So, so 500 back plus I still have the 900 in.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
Not bad at
That's
all.
not bad. My not, and if I keep rolling that in, then I'm, all of a sudden my 9 is now worth 14. It's worth, with the interest kind of compounding, it's not a bad deal.
it's kind of like real good candy though, because I can't keep rolling mine in. I say I'm going to take money out, but we'll
Yeah.
see. you know,
And that's kind of the part of the thing. She keeps popping in and out.
I see that.
It's kind of like the risk versus reward.
Sure.
Is what's the risk level here? Well, at $1,000, your risk isn't it's
mean,
nothing you couldn't recover from.
It's
Let's
probably
just
like
say-
any other investment. You wouldn't put money in there that you just,
Oh,
right
now-
That's the same as any
I
investment.
mean, if we're
right?
talking crypto right now, crypto's down.
Sure.
Down. Crypto feels like it's bottoming out, and I'm down probably half of my initial investment
Sure.
in crypto, but I'm not taken out.
Correct.
If anything, I might change horses within the same race.
Mm-hmm,
So if my horse is starting to trip,
Yeah.
I might go, well, and with Algorand, they're not giving me any reason to stay.
Yeah, you're right.
And if they keep bottoming out, then I might start looking for an upturn and then I might just switch horses in the race.
Yeah.
Which means I'm not really losing money. I'm just going to try and find a better horse.
Yeah, just
And
somewhere
I
to
think,
get
I
a
mean,
better performance
right
model.
now, Bitcoin would be a better horse
Yeah, right.
because
'Cause you know it's probably going to go back up.
if it's at 36,000 now, likely it probably will go up,
Yeah.
a good 20%.
Yeah, there's someone waiting
In the next,
for a certain number.
someone wants that
Yeah.
number to come back up. So if anything, I'd be smart to just kind of move my Algorand investment over to Bitcoin.
Sure.
Just because likely that's going to see mid 40s. And that could recover the losses. And there were losses. They were just the current status of Algorand.
Yes.
And I'm not sure they'll recover. I'm not sure they're going to hit the numbers
Oh, I don't
because
think
of
so.
everything what they've done,
Most people bought it for the interest model.
the interest model. And
Guaranteed.
then when they took that away,
What was
they're
there
not so
left?
sexy anymore. Yeah,
No,
there's
it's
not
worse
much
than a
there.
bank.
So I might look at Tezos. I might look at
Mm-hmm.
what's the other one? Atom.
Atom. Yeah. You got
Because they
Tezos,
pay
Atom.
interest and so there's that now. Is it yeah, I mean, but so with respect to Novatech, I think it's now you've been involved trying to look for some other places, and you said something to me before the show, and you said, that 150% a year return is light,
Yes.
is small,
I say it is.
which is
I'm not complaining about it,
hasn't
but
yeah
it's higher than
hasn't
anything I found
existed,
before.
but now you're looking at some new stuff. But all right, so tell me about
So, yeah,
what you can tell me.
I am finding, and I have actually invested in one. I put 300 in, and it's a 2% daily, so 10% weekly.
So it's only it only trades 5 days a week.
It only trades 5 days a week, which Novatech only trades
10%
6
a
I guess,
week.
5 or 6. Yeah, 10%.
A week.
So I'm on today's Thursday. I'm on the 4th day.
Yeah.
I got my $6 today, and $6 every other day, and tomorrow I'll get $6 again.
So you should have $300, 10%. You should have made $30 this week.
I should have 30 by the
So
end of the
you've
week.
had how many? 4 payments
This will be
so
4
far?
payments, and I had
4 payments
I
of
was at,
$6.
I was at 24.
Payment 5.
Today.
Okay. So what's the rub?
Well,
If you're not going to say it, I'm going to say it.
It's a trading platform, just like Novatech is. It's just done differently. It's not as transparent, but it's a trading platform. They trade forex. So does Novatech.
So that's what they do.
Yeah,
they trade forex.
I've actually talked to the actual administrator of the site.
Okay.
I was leery on how they sign up as well, because it's not a site like you would go to with Novatech, so it is a little.
Well, you said it's a Facebook group.
It is a Facebook group.
Okay.
Yes.
So, here's the thing.
That is the leery part.
the leery part. I
One
ask
of, yes.
questions. You know, let's just say your money disappears tomorrow.
Sure.
Who do you call?
Jeff Zuckerberg.
Jeff Zuckerberg
Yeah, whatever his
or
last name is.
Zuckerberg?
Zuckerberg. I
So
got it.
okay, so you can't call anybody.
Yeah.
What website do you go? Oh, they don't have a website.
No.
I
he
if
does
these
have a
guys are
website.
traders,
Yeah.
shouldn't they be named? Shouldn't I mean we're not asking for trade secrets.
No.
But if you're putting money with a trader who's taking your money, staking some big investments in forex,
Yeah.
shouldn't we know who these traders are?
I mean, I know what their group name is. His name matches as well. So, and he does also sell a course for trading to teach people. I just found that out today, actually.
Okay.
I haven't gone and checked it out yet, but another guy that's going to possibly be investing in it was asking him a different set of questions.
I'm just worried that maybe it's not. And this goes back to what I kind of called tonight's show: risk versus reward. Is it? Are we? Let's just kind of go back.
Well,
to
when
the
I
little
consider
side by
risk
side.
versus reward, I say, I'm emptying my bank account and I put $10,000 in it. I don't do that on any platform. I'm
Right.
at $300.
$300,
You know,
right?
I
But
put-
what happens when 300 goes? Damn, I've 10% a week, so 300 is now next week is 330. Now you're collecting 10% on 330, and then it's going to grow fast. It's going to go
but
fast.
the money's not going into the account. The money goes into my wallet.
Okay,
So it directly
so
every
you're
day-
not floating it back
No,
in.
no,
so
no.
you're not compounding.
No.
So
Well,
the-
I'm compounding it in my wallet. I
Right.
take all those. So I have control over when I decide. Well, this has been doing good. Maybe I will want to put more in. But,
Right.
But right now I'm saying, all right, let me let it build up.
So okay,
So I'll have $30 in Bitcoin at the end of this week.
right, which is a great place to be in Bitcoin right
Sure.
now. When Bitcoin's low, you're getting more Bitcoin, and of course, when it goes up,
Yeah, the value will go up
goes
quicker. Yeah, sure.
How you doing, Aisha? Are you talking? Can you talk? No sound. Can you hear? Can you hear
Well,
us?
she's waving, so she can hear us.
Yeah. Okay. So just hang out and give us a thumbs up once in a while. No,
Oh.
you're fine. Okay. She keeps dropping. All right. You're fine. You are good. You are good. Anyway, so just stick around. I don't know if you can chat in. We'll throw your chats up if your microphone isn't working so great. So we're just been talking about we were talking about Novatech. Now we're into this other platform, but I just can't, again, it's hard to vet something that's
Yeah.
there's some unanswered, unpublished, unoffered,
Ambiguity.
it's a little
Sketchy's the
too black hat,
Yeah.
Are we financing a war? Are we, I don't know, but again, this falls into is the juice worth the squeeze category. Are you willing to risk $300 to collect $30 a week?
Yes. I am.
Okay,
That's 10%.
right. So now would you put more in?
If I stay in it for a while
Yeah.
and I feel that, the comfort level's there, sure. I will.
Okay.
Just like I will with Novatech.
So where's your comfort level with the current status of what you know about this company right now?
I mean, I don't see
We're talking net worth, huh?
other than
20% of your net worth going in?
Yeah.
30, 40%?
I don't have 20 in my net worth anywhere right now.
I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
just a percentage. It's
No,
like,
yeah, so-
what are you willing to risk? If you had 10 grand in the bank right now, and it wasn't really
Well,
tied into a money,
I would probably put that in Novatech.
you would.
Well, because I can say Novatech's been around for at least 2.5 to 3 years.
Right.
So I would a bigger number like that. I would start there.
Right.
Now, what I would do is I would maybe take some of the profits coming back. 'Cause
Right.
You figure 10 grand.
Right.
So what's 3%? You do math better than I do. Is that 300?
3%?
That would be 300.
130.
'Cause, yeah, 1,000 would be 30.
Yeah.
So it'd
about
be 300
$300. Yeah.
I would use some of that money and play with for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm now taking, earned money
Yeah.
and potentially putting it in something that's hopefully wrapping back. And again, it goes straight to my. So you know, if eventually the 300 goes away, and again, it could
Right.
go up, could go to
Right.
500, could go to 600.
Right.
You know,
So let's, I mean, there are other things, and
well, this
we're
is not just one site. There's many sites that are doing the same thing. So let's say I have 6 or 7 of them rolling the same thing.
Right.
I don't think they're all run by the same person, and
so
probably not all talking.
Let's just say you've got three to $500
Yeah.
in each of these.
Sure.
You know, let's say you've got 5 different sites that are offering similar results, and you got 5 into this, and 500 pulls down $50, and you're in 5 different, $250 a week.
Sure.
For a $2,500 investment, and you're pulling down $250 a week.
It's still 10% though. I mean, it's
Right,
you know,
right. If you're between 5 different, so you're parlaying, so you're betting on
Correct,
5.
yeah.
Let's think we're going to the horse track and
Yeah,
we're betting on 5 horses.
I'm betting all across the board.
And all 5 horses are winning,
Yeah.
and they can, because this is our magic race.
That's right.
And
We
we're
control the
thinking
construct.
we're not betting on one horse to win, which you have a 1 in, what is it, 7 horses, 1 in 7
Yeah.
chance.
Like a,
So now we're betting on 5 horses in a 5-horse race, and all 5 can win.
sure.
Will win,
Yeah.
and are collecting us 10%. So you're parlaying it, but you're covering your bets.
Yes,
it's like
correct.
if I'm enough with analogies.
A little bit of diversification.
right, and
It's not
and you're
one egg,
spreading
one,
your risk out.
Yeah.
So my favorite game at the casino would be roulette.
I like roulette.
1 in 36, actually 1 in 38 chance of
Yeah.
winning, because you got the 0 and the double 0 that always burn you.
Yep.
But if you could bet on 36 numbers or 38 numbers,
Yeah.
great. But the return, if I put a $2 bet
only
on
17.
38, will pay me less.
Yeah.
I lose money. It's a
Yeah.
losing deal.
Correct. Yeah.
So, but if you stake your investment on 5 of these, and we'll call them modestly risky
Sure. There's some
kind
risk
of
level there. Sure.
investments, because we can't track them. We don't know who. There's no name. There's no phone number, office line, or anything like that.
Some of them do post certifications, but again, I could create one.
If they're trading, I want to know that there's a trader.
Yeah.
That they're trading, and that they have they're registered with the SEC trader's license and all that. I want to know that
I'm
I'm not
assuming that is required,
I'm
to
not
be honest.
financing a drug deal around the corner down the street in another neighborhood,
Yeah.
in another city, whatever.
Well, as long as it's not the city, we'll be good.
I just want to know that, there's something there. Give me something to work with, and it's not like I'm going to be calling you up bitching about my $300 investment.
Right, yeah.
I just want to know before I give you the money that it's not going to be a big money grab.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's got a rug pull, is that the better term? A rug pull.
Yeah, I think rug pulls, yeah.
And
Get everyone
and in
in
my
and then
head, I'm
go-
thinking, all right, let's get George happy. I'm going to give him $30 a week off a
Yeah.
$300 investment, and then he's going to come back and he's going to put 10 grand in, and the 200 other guys are going to put 10 grand in. And all of a sudden, I've got a couple $1 million in an account that I could pay back a couple times, and then go, I'm going to go to Tahiti, and the account goes away. And there's no, when you buy stock, you get kind of like a receipt.
Yeah.
You're they want your signatures on stuff for payments and all this stuff. There's usually a trail of something. You're not showing me a trail, so it's not like I'm gonna empty out an account and go boom. Even though I didn't really have a trail with Novatech, other than the fact that
A bunch of emails.
emails, a website, and the more information you've shared with me
Yeah,
already. So I'm kind of, this is a private chat button.
There's
here.
only a couple.
Yes, of course, we know her mic is not working. So, okay.
A couple of the ones I've been looking at that are kind of that way. The rest of them are site-based, where you do create logins, you do log into them, and you can see what's going on.
It would really, for my benefit now,
I don't
granted,
mind taking small risks.
a
on certain ones.
$500 risk that's pulling back $200 a month, that is back in my pocket.
Yeah.
That might be a risk worth taking.
Sure.
A $5,000 risk,
A little more.
No, it's just a.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
Modern Day Thrive's calling us.
Yeah, no, it's not. But a $5,000 risk,
Yeah.
not feeling it right now.
Sure.
Not without some comfort level. Tell me something.
Well, so
lie to me, but make me feel like I believe you.
So
you know?
my $300 in, $30 a week, 10 weeks,
You got your money
I got
back.
my money back.
Yeah.
That's not a long time.
Clear.
for me. Yeah.
It's not like you have to wait or
No.
anything. The money comes to you daily.
Now I
or-
still have my
yeah.
300 that's earning me money,
you
and I
still
have
have-
300
yeah.
in my pocket.
Right.
So that's where I'm looking at it as.
Right.
And maybe I won't. Maybe I don't need to see 100% money back. Maybe I am okay with 50 to 75% back. Where I go.
Right.
Maybe I'll put another 100 in.
But I wouldn't mind having 5 of these companies that are
It's like
that,
creating an ATM
that are
machine.
giving me $50 a week just to make me happy.
Yeah. Sometimes it's daily. Some
You
of them are
know.
weekly. And
And then you go, well, why don't I do this 10 ways? And again, if I'm, and of course, if 3, 4, 5 of these guys, it was a rug pull, then we go, oh,
Oops.
okay,
yeah.
cut my losses, cut you off,
yeah.
But you have to understand that, like, the likelihood this could be a rug pull. But the people that think, ooh, I'm getting 10% off of $500. What if I put in 50,000 tomorrow? That's the part, and it's not like I'm going to do that.
I'll tell you what I do
Yeah.
see though.
Not unless it's I'm in the millions, and I go, I'll risk 50.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I do see.
What's that?
And these groups are, and they do ask that you do that. They ask people post. What if, how did your returns do? Because the information you put in there is dollars.
Yeah.
They don't really. It doesn't like give your address or anything like that, so nobody knows any of that information. And there's some decent dollars flowing through there, so they're paying out. It's not like it. I have not seen one post from anybody going, "Hey, where's my money?"
Yeah,
All I see is
they've been removed from the group now.
yeah, it's possible
Because you
Yeah.
can block
You can
people
block
from
people,
doing
but-
stuff, so
But,
someone's going
you would
to bitch,
see a
they're going to
message
go,
possibly pop
nope,
up
get rid of them.
before and somebody would see it. But I haven't seen any of that as of yet. So far, I've only seen happy customers. I've been happy, and I'm starting low dollars with everything. I look for the programs that I can put $100 in. I would rather be able to put $100 in than have to put 300. But
Dave,
some of your
Maria,
good
and
choices.
Donnie, thanks for the like. I see we got some likes here. Great.
Awesome.
I wish Aisha could have joined in because we
Yeah.
had some fun stuff talking about this stuff today. We still got time, but
But yeah, so I am super. I'm excited about this if it all works the way I believe it's going to work.
okay.
Because I think it's going to be a game changer because it's going to allow me to take those money that's coming in
Yeah.
to either take care of some debt if I want to,
Right.
put back into my business if I want to,
Right.
put more money in if I want to make it the growth coming back my way bigger.
Well, if I were older and wanted to retire, I'd have to look at, like, all right, how much is Social Security going to pay?
yeah.
Maybe for me, maybe nothing. How much do I have in the bank? How much am I liquid?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is my crypto performing?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
this week. Not this year. And then multiple streams of income. What's pulling down? And again, if I've got a $500 investment, I like the math better with 5.
Sure.
So
It's easy.
$500 investment going into 10 different places, pulling down 50. I'm getting 500 a week.
Yeah.
That's what the average person gets as a retirement income.
Sure.
Maybe $500 a week, and
And it's passive,
it's passive.
and you only really had to do it once.
Yeah. So
Well-
there's no complicated 401ks. You need to kind of go, well, if I do this and work 20 years, I'm talking you could do this tomorrow
Yeah.
and have a retirement next week.
Well, and
You could have retirement in 3 months. You
I
could have
would've-
retirement, and I'm not saying do that, but I'm saying for
Well, I wanted to-
what are we talking about? $5,000, $5,000, and then all of a sudden you can go. I can parlay $5,000 into 10
1,000 will
different
give
areas,
you 20 a day, which is not a bad number. So,
which is
100 a week, right? Yeah. 20 times 100, 500. Sorry. 20. No, it's 20.
10,000 will give
1,000
you
is 20.
1,000 will give you $100 a week.
Yeah.
$100 a week, 400 a month off of one investment of
Yes.
$1,000. Again, it's like, well, I'm
I'd want to get there slow.
I'm just skeptical about
I'd want to get there slow. I wouldn't go straight to
I'd want to
1,000.
go slow
Yeah.
and not risk too much on one horse.
Sure, I'm gonna let my
And,
300
and
cook for a
that's
while.
what we do. That's don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's a
Correct.
that's a you know
bad
that's
move.
yeah. So which is kind of why, if you're working McDonald's and you can do something, you can, before you go too deep in debt, you can do things that you might be able to afford by just kind of parlaying it into something
Sure.
that can show you some instant daily return.
Well, and the reason I like this as well
Yep.
versus the crypto world right now, and all of us that are in crypto know,
Yeah.
you're reliant on either earning interest and substantial interest,
Right.
or the fact that it goes up.
Crypto goes up.
You know,
And you want both. You want both.
You do, but let's say
Because
the scenario where
the crypto
you're
going
not
up is
getting
going to
that,
give you more interest
These
anyways.
companies are trading, which means they don't care if it's going up. They don't care if it's going down, because you can make money in both ways.
Right.
If they know what they're doing, and a good trader obtaining 2% is probably, I would imagine they're probably obtaining 6%, but they're paying 2.
Right. Daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for them,
That's fine. Let them have that complicated kind
that's
of
what I say.
areas. I just want to feel comfortable who's handling the money.
Yeah, yeah.
Because once it leaves and you're paying for something in crypto, which is, the blockchain, which,
Sure.
it's a bit, but that transaction's gone. And, I'm just, like I said, don't know that there's a risk versus
Always.
reward. Now
Always.
they're tempting us with a big reward.
Yes.
Okay. Where's the risk? Where's the, now if it pays off, great. If
The
it
risk
pays
is
off,
they're not real.
it pays off. Could it be a rug pull? Well, even some of these coins
Sure.
that we're into could be a rug pull.
Sure.
Algorand might have been a rug pull.
I think it's been around a little too long for it to be rug pull. Rug pulls are quick normally.
Yeah.
They come in, they're real hypey.
Yeah, but
They get
before they
everybody
pulled
you
out
know.
the interest model, do you think maybe a bunch of people that were holding that knew it was going to be, that were going to kind of tank the coin? Do you
Yeah,
think they
but-
could have sold out? I mean,
Yeah, they could have sold
people
out, sure,
do. Yeah, they
sure.
could have sold a lot
Yeah,
of
but-
stuff, thinking, "Look at what's going on here. Our Algorand's at $1.50, $1.60,"
Yeah.
and then the very next, then they went and sold out, which flooded, which made the price even go up more,
Yeah.
or whatever,
goes down, but yeah.
or however it works. But I'm just saying that, could they have done their own version, which means they strapped on their little golden parachute and jumped, and then all of a sudden are going, what the hell did they do with the interest model? Why is that gone?
I think rug pulls, have a whole different, stomach gut feeling, because they'll ramp that thing up into the millions really quick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing how fast these coins, how much money can go inside of these coins. And then when it does, it just goes away. What about staking your crypto? Yeah, of course. I like to stake my crypto. I mean,
Well, it sounds like the Novatech, you're staking them.
yes,
with crypto.
You're basically that's the only part I had a hard time with in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then when I look at it, I'm like, if you believe in what they're doing and how they're managing it, again, it's a hedge fund. We talk
Right.
about how hedge funds, kind of get a bad name. But hedge funds are where the money is,
Right.
because, if they're playing the game smart, they're turning money over. And why would you not want to?
Aisha put in a couple. She's writing in the private chats. She was going, "How about taxes?"
Taxes
And
are
then
going to
she's
be
saying
fun.
she's still scared of. Oh, hi, Aisha. I'm just gonna throw you back in here
Well,
again.
there you are.
I'm not sure if
Oh,
you're
hi.
back. Hey, you got
Now we
sound.
can hear you.
Now we got sound.
She ran to her
I've
car.
been scared. Yeah.
Oh,
I've
you're
been
in
scared. I've been hearing all of this, invest a lot, get a little in return,
Never
and
be
then, I'm just
scared.
like, how about the taxes? I'm scared the taxes are gonna come and bite me in the butt.
Taxes are there.
Well, okay. So if you're buying through Coinbase, you know, money's going out, money's coming in. Coinbase talks to your tax software. So
And they provide a
Coinbase
report.
actually talked to TurboTax, told me what money went out, what money came in, just looked at everything and said, here's your tax debt for this crypto that, you know, and for me it was nil. I mean, it was little, but
I don't see it any different than working for an income. You make,
Yeah.
you know, all of a sudden you make,
Yeah.
you get a raise and you're making 50,000 extra in a year. You're
Right.
going to pay taxes on that. Your taxes are going to go up.
so
You
now
don't get away from that.
So now when Novatech pays, you know, until I take the money back, when I, you know, so it went out, Novatech has it, and until I actually have them send me back the money, which will come back to me in Bitcoin, which will hit my account, which then Coinbase will justify how much went where and to
Yeah.
who and with whatever. So, yeah, you know, I think taxes will always be, I think that's going to be a factor
Sure.
that people need to understand, but still it's a matter of, hey, it's, you know, there are people out there that cheat on their taxes.
Sure.
Or
Oh
then
yeah,
there are people
by accident
that
or on purpose. Yeah.
by accident or on purpose, sure. That's you only get those two choices. You can
Yeah.
you can't plead the fifth there because
Yeah.
they don't do that.
I mean,
So-
yeah.
So,
I was still thinking
yeah.
like doing custom home life with the benefits.
Ooh, say that again. You broke up a
A
little.
custom whole life. Basically, you get a life insurance plan. They invest in the market for you, and
Yeah.
basically you invest it in crypto. Take the gains, put in custom whole life, pay it off quickly, and just have a life insurance company like New York Life invest the money for you safely while you make the money. Every time you get money, you basically put it in little by little, so that way, if it goes into life insurance, you don't have to pay taxes on it because that's actually a tax-free way of getting income since it cannot be taxed.
And you're talking to two people right now who have technically done that. We bought the whole life
Yeah.
for multitudes of reasons. And the fact is, I want to have some money that's still there in 10, 20 years that I might need to pull back out.
I didn't think the life insurance companies were directly investing in the market. They have a model of earning money,
Yeah.
but they don't because they're not affected like the stock market tanks today, which kind of
No.
did. It would not affect the
Yeah.
life insurance company. How they're, I've
Not
never been able
bigly.
to get anyone to answer that one for me. I'm not going to put you on the hook for that, but
Oh, thank you. Thank
they-
you. 'Cause I cannot give you a straight answer.
well, that's fine. I know that I've asked a few times, and I'm like, so how do they make money? And
It's
I
actually,
think it's a
with
little more
us-
complicated than that because I
Yeah.
think life insurance companies themselves own life insurance to protect themselves.
oh yeah. Oh no. Actually, it's called. I believe it's called reinsure. Reinsure. I
Yes,
believe.
Yes.
Basically, a life insurance company gets another life insurance company to insure them.
Yes.
So that way, if anything goes wrong, the insurance company can contact the other insurance company to help them cover the losses they have,
Yeah.
which is fun.
So
So,
are you
yeah.
seeing what my brother just
Oh, sorry, I
wrote?
was in the wrong one.
Well, he said he was, what about staking
Ooh.
your crypto?
yeah. So
And then
I
he
like
says
staking.
with staking, you hold your crypto and then start a new trust wallet, have the Bitcoin set there.
that part I wasn't aware, but so yeah. I mean, I would imagine. So there's a couple ways it can be done in staking. A lot of the staking platforms I've watched. It's like the money comes in, and it's kind of like Novatech. It gives you a bonus account.
Yeah.
And then you have to decide: am I gonna throw it back in and
But
restake
somebody
it,
is
or put it somewhere else?
anytime you're staking something, of course,
You're locking it up.
You're locking that money up,
Yeah.
and if it's mismanaged, you can lose. I would think you could lose value.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's danger in that. There
Yeah,
is.
I mean,
Yeah.
granted, risk versus reward.
Sure.
They offer more reward but there is a higher risk with the higher reward,
I've
which
had
means
one coin go total south on me.
yeah,
I didn't have a ton of money in it, but it something happened on the company side,
Right.
You know, and obviously, you know, it wasn't a rug pull, but it was someone that was working for the company
oh,
was under another name, ended up being
Oh.
somebody that was part of a scam, in
So
another
they-
site. He wasn't doing anything scammy in this organization, but once those two were tied together, it was done.
Was he in the dark web?
Yep.
No, I don't know. Somehow some guy recognized him, literally,
Really?
and then he started putting two together, and man, it shut down overnight.
Yeah.
That must
You
be
know.
weird. Is he doing crypto to basically use it to scam people in another place, but still trying to like basically have a day job at the same time, have do the dirty work on the side? He tried to
Well,
have
you
best
know,
of both worlds. You can't do
He's got
that.
a evil mustache
Yeah.
that he twists and go, how can I mess
Exactly.
with Dean's crypto? You know.
Well,
In
because
the
they can
dark
make it
web.
all look so good up until
Right.
you know,
And
Yeah,
that's-
that's
that-
why I'm scared of crypto.
Yeah.
It looks so
So-
good, and
So,
they
but
just drop out of
staking
nowhere.
But it's any
staking your
investment, but-
staking your crypto, you would have to find certain crypto
Mm-hmm.
that does the staking
That'll-
for
yeah,
you.
allow-
That,
yeah,
you
allows
know,
the
usually
staking.
it's Ethereum or Bitcoin or something like that,
there's
and
a shit
then
ton of 'em.
yeah, but
Yeah.
then but they're using that money to parlay and make you part of the
Ecostructure.
make you part of the payment structure. So
Yeah.
you get dividends
Yes, you get
on top of
dividends and-
whatever
Ooh.
the crypto is going to do for you. So
Sure.
it's all kind of the same with Novatech, with maybe some of these others. These guys are using
Our funds.
our funds, our crypto, and it's coming to them in crypto, and then they're staking it and then paying back dividends, and until that goes, one of them goes wrong, until it doesn't show up one day, until the site goes dark,
Yeah.
the Facebook page gets deleted,
Can't
you
worry.
know. Any number of those things, but again, risk versus reward. Now, this company you're in, you're getting $30 a week. Eventually, it'll go up to $50 a week because it's not going to take long if you
If I add back, yeah.
if you add back in. And once you've got your money out, then you're playing with the house's money. You know, it's a bit of a gamble, but it's a gamble when you go, no, I'm just going to play
It's not a
with
huge
their
gamble,
money.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a huge
well,
gamble.
unfortunately, some people could think if I'm making off of $500,
Well,
if I'm
yeah.
making $50 a week,
Yeah.
imagine if I empty out all my savings,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
imagine I cash in my life insurance policy,
Yeah.
and I
Oh.
dump it all in this thing, and I'm going, yeah, it might not be a smart
I will knock on
thing.
your door. I would definitely knock on your door and tell you no, nope, no.
Sorry,
Because that's-
Dean not
that's the
home.
scariest
Dean
thing.
not home.
Request denied.
No. Don't do that. Yeah,
I'm just here now. I'm just here now. Dean,
Yeah, I'm
what
just
the
here
hell are
to-
you
I'm
doing?
just here to answer
What the
questions.
hell are you doing?
Exactly. Oh my God, I'm
Why
scared of
did
it
you do
because I know
that?
a lot of people do that. Yeah, a lot of people take their whole savings, just put it in the market. I'm just like, wait a moment, take a
No, no,
part.
no.
I'm okay if you
I-
take it, but don't take the whole thing.
I gotta tell you, I came close about 6 months ago to cashing out my life insurance, and it wasn't because
Oh.
of I wanted to put it somewhere else. It was I thought I was going to have a really big expense in my life that I needed
Oh.
to get funds. So I actually talked to them, and I asked them what kind of how bad is it going to hurt, and they told me straight. New York Life people, they
gonna
told
hurt.
me straight up, and it says it's going to hurt a little, but if you need the money, you need the money, you know. And it wasn't like I was going to cancel the account. I was going to let me go handle this problem, which turned out not to be a problem, so I didn't have to do it. But it's there, and that's what insurance is, right?
Yes.
It's there when you need it, you know.
Absolutely.
And once I'm
It's
fully
Plan D.
vested, once I'm fully vested into the life insurance policy, then I could, like we've all said, I could take loans against it, you know, and then I leave it up to, you know, whoever gets the benefit when I'm dead,
Yep.
minus whatever I took a loan out against. So I might as well stick
pay it back.
around, but you know, but worst case,
Stay
we're
alive
talking
to
about,
spite us.
you know, if you want to retire in your 50s, my brother, you're out there.
He's
You're
there.
you're approaching 60s, so you know it might be too late for you. I just called him out. So you know, but he's. I'll say it again. You probably fell asleep, didn't you? Okay. So no, but
No, he just put a
I-
message at 802.
yeah. So I'm basically saying that, you know, the goal is to not go punch a clock. You're punching a clock right now
I am.
for somebody else. The goal is to not do that.
I'm
to
working
give
on it.
yourself some freedom to do what the hell you want. We were talking earlier, he wants to buy a sports car and fix it up or build a sports
I'm gonna
car.
buy it.
2 more years, he says.
2 more
Okay. Well,
Hey, that's the same as me.
Hey,
Yeah, 2 years. Okay.
I'm shooting for 2 years.
But the idea is that, why work till you're 70 years old? Because most people can't retire at 65. But
Today's
That's
day and
true.
age, you're right.
so now they're working later, and when they can't work anymore, they work at Walmart.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I try to tell everybody, even if you don't think you need it, just get one. Get a small one. If you really don't think you need it, just get a small one just in case. Because
Small policy.
I mean,
Sure.
yeah, I get a small.
Mine's
At least you're protected. You're protected against that. Because I told my mom about it, and my mother was just petrified. Because in my country we don't have that. We don't. I'm from Haiti. We don't have like a thing that can say, hey, by the way, if you die, we have a way to basically, if you buy a policy, you pay into it. It usually sounds very scammy. So when I'm trying my best to talk to people, they like take 3 steps back. Like, no, I'm not going to give you money per month and hopefully, you'll come in. I'm just like, no. I will come in. If you die, I'm not going to fight you and say, oh, no, you didn't die. I can't argue with you about that because if you're dead.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Maybe you might know about in Haiti. Can you get flood insurance?
You think there's insurance in Haiti? Oh, that's cute. No.
No insurance whatsoever.
No car
No.
insurance either?
Yeah, there's none.
Is there
It's
car
basically
insurance?
you saving them.
Can you insure your car against getting hit?
Nope.
Wow.
No, the rule in Haiti is don't get hit. Even
Don't
as
get
walkers,
hit.
yeah, actually walking, my grandma came to America. She was shocked that cars actually slowed down for her. She usually has just the rule is don't get hit. Don't get
So
hit.
the other rule is don't expect to have nice things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Your
If you have
house,
nice
your
things, you better
car,
leave.
your
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, my
Wow.
my
Can you
grandma, the
imagine?
house actually fell down and it went down a mudslide during the hurricane and she was inside the house. She actually got out
Wow.
and she got hit with one of the rocks, one of the cement
Wow.
rocks. She's okay, of course. She's my grandma. She can still be kicking. I'm not sure how this woman's alive, but she's alive, thank God. And she's just like, oh, well, we got to rebuild everything. So we got to accumulate money. Basically, she called everybody, see if she can, get money together so that we can build because we don't have a system that can say, hey, by the way, you pay into us, we'll protect you. We don't have that. So it's harder to get people in my community to trust me since they're just like, we don't have this in our country. This is not real. This sounds very artificial. This doesn't sound real. And when they learn about it, they're shocked and they're like, oh my God, when can I get it? And they're like very
insurance
quick.
for everything.
No insurance, and here we're getting
Yeah,
insured.
I was
We're getting
shocked.
insured to
Pet
death.
insurance.
You can get
How?
you can get bicycle insurance. You can get
Wait, you can?
car insurance. You can get insurance. If you have an apartment, you can have apartment insurance. And of course,
Renter's
you
Renter's
insurance, yeah.
need you're selling life insurance, but you got health
Your
insurance,
disability insurance too.
which
Disability insurance is right next month. Get your disability insurance so that way if you get hurt, you don't need to go to work. New York Life just
Nice.
actually, we kind of bought out Sigma's, employer's plan. So, but we didn't buy the health plan. I'm not sure why. Not that high up. But now we have this whole new disability plan we just rolled out, and basically you get it after you put how long you want to be disabled for. 3 months, a year. Maybe you got enough in your savings for a year. Good for you. After that time, you'll say, hey, New York Life, I'm still disabled. Can you send me something? And basically what you decided when you got the plan, let's say you wanted $3,000 per month, we will send you a check for $3,000 per month to help you cover your expensive, as well as there's other riders can add let's say you have student loans, you can add a student loan rider. And if you have a business owner, you can add a business loan rider or a business rider. So that way, basically, we can help you cover the expenses. You just send us the receipts and say, hey, I need to pay for the lights. I need to pay for my employees. And then basically we help you pay it off from a disability insurance claim. Yeah.
Wow.
We're getting bigger.
On top of that, you have a lot of people have to have mortgage insurance
Yeah.
because they want to
Oh,
make
God.
sure you're
They're protected.
that they're protected when you lose
You
your
die,
job.
you have to pay it off.
And you still, so which will only mean that, well, we're going to float you a while, but there's so much insurance one person can buy: business insurance,
Yeah.
car
I think
insurance,
it's 7
health
insurance that you
insurance.
can actually buy in a lifetime.
know.
They say the average amount is 7.
Wow.
And that's
I
scary
wouldn't
because
know
I
that.
did not think you need 7 different kinds, but now I have 4.
yet
So.
you go live in Haiti. Now there's probably no health insurance, so it's government
Oh, no.
subsidized. So the government foots the bill when you have to go to the hospital.
No.
No.
It's called if you don't have the money, well then say goodbye to grandma. That's how it is.
Oh, Hades,
Wow.
Hades gonna do
Yeah,
that? Oh
What
man.
about my
Yeah,
chickens?
that's
I
how
got
my
chickens.
grandfather actually died because we don't actually have a system that's medical or anything like that. He actually got diagnosed. He got a wrongful diagnosis and he actually got the wrong medication. And since he
Oh.
got the wrong medication or wrong diagnosis, he actually died due to medical malpractice.
No.
And my
And
mom had
and
to
you can't
flip
sue
the
for that
bill, so she
either.
had to pay for.
And I'll
Yeah,
bet you the
there's no
doctor
insurance for
didn't
that.
have malpractice insurance.
Yeah.
And
Oh no,
yeah.
we found out
Oh my
afterwards.
goodness.
So we found out that
Yeah.
it was the wrong information, like after a full one. And it's weird because my mom paid for the medication. My mom paid for the doctor to come into our house. My mom paid for everything. She still had to fit the bill for everything and then pay for the funeral. And
Damn.
he was my favorite. Well, he was my only grandfather. So I was gonna say he was my favorite grandfather, but it was
Yeah.
just that there's no insurance, there's no protection.
I
So
think
usually when people come from this,
there's funeral insurance.
Probably is.
Yeah. There's
no,
a
yeah,
lot of
I mean that's
insurance
what
out
life
there.
insurance is pretty much. Life insurance
I
is a
know. It
funeral
pays
insurance.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And the lover's insurance. So but we call it the lover's insurance because you leave it to your loved ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you have
All
someone
right.
you love, get life insurance. So, yeah.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
you don't love anybody, get disability insurance because you're gonna treat yourself well.
So so you're gonna have to type in the chats. I don't know if you did it last week, but you're gonna have to also type in the chats, or you're gonna have to give us some info so we can put it up in the beginning of the show.
Oh
so
yeah,
that, so
definitely.
that people
I keep
can.
on forgetting to do that.
Why don't you just call it out? Just say how do we get a hold of you for New York life insurance?
You get a hold of me by basically you can send me an email or a text. My phone number is 689-243-5288. That number again, 689-243-5288. And my
Yep.
email is stupidly long.
Of
So
course.
oh yeah, I'm not sure why they chose my
Well,
last
this is
name, but,
actually being recorded, so you just go ahead and
Oh,
say it
perfect.
out, and people can play it back a few times.
yeah, good. Just reverse it like 100 times. Yeah. Let's get your pens ready. So it's going to be my full name, pretty much. ALESPERANCE, the @ FT period New York Life spelled out.com. And
Okay.
yeah, that's the full email. You can shoot me an email or shoot me a text, basically tell me what you're interested in. So we try our best to make sure we plan everything out. Because I actually talked to one of my clients and they're like, oh, I wanted to take a loan out for like 100K. I'm like, you can't do that. You don't have enough. He's like, but I wanted to. I'm like, you didn't tell me that. So it's afterwards. He's like, yeah, I want to borrow money. I want to do a business. I'm just like, you have to, get a bigger plan. And then, it was the trust was not there. But the moment he knew that I work for him, he's like, yeah, I want this, I want that, I want that. I'm just like, you should have told me this on day one. So be honest with me. I just want to give you what you listen to you. If you want cheap, I can give you something cheap. But if you want something that you can actually, borrow from and live off of, you have to be ready to see the bill because it's going to be, drawing at first. But at the same time, it's going to be surprising how such a little price can actually cover the rest of your whole life. So it's
Look
a
at what
bargain.
we just did right there. Put
Oh
your
my
email
God,
up
magic.
there. Yeah. So yes. Hopefully people will.
I was starting to type it and I thought I heard some of it wrong, so I didn't want to put it
No.
on.
I just pulled it
Don't
from
worry
the
about it.
email. The email I sent her earlier. Now we have it, and we can kind of drop it in earlier in the show
Perfect.
when you get to us. So we've gone way over tonight, but we had some fun doing it. Alicia, you did great. I'm glad you could you figured out your phone issues and
Yeah.
still hoping we'll have a location maybe, so we can all be
Yes,
in the
I can't
same room. I'm trying to work that out. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So I know I might keep saying that, but I'm at the mercy of somebody else. So I'm working it out, but I think we can possibly get that happening soon, and we can all be in the same room and
I can
have a
bring
little
paperwork.
bit more. Yeah. And we
Yeah,
have
I'll bring brochures.
better cameras and microphones, and you can, Yeah. So
Yeah, I can have stop, struggling with my phone and my laptop, and that'll be
there
great.
you go. There you go. So I think that's about it for tonight. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty, and
Ooh.
y'all boring me now. So no, I'm just kidding. So, guys, I had a blast. I always have a blast doing this show. I think more people that see this are going to want to really kind of,
Good night, Don.
they can benefit. Yeah. Good night, my brother. See you soon. See you all next week, and enjoy. And that's all I got. So now I'm
good night.
stalling because I'm trying to find the graphics so I can throw it in
Good
here.
night.
And good night, everyone.
Ooh, fancy.